Let me tell you something strange. Something that starts in a forgotten little village and ends where time no longer ticks forward. This story isn't famous, but it happened to someone who wasn't looking for fear, just a clue, a sign, maybe a second chance. It all started in the village of Valebrook, a quiet, mist-covered place nestled between hills and old pine trees. Cobblestone streets, twisting chimneys, the kind of village that lives outside time. And right in the center of it, there stood a little shop. Nobody went in, nobody came out, and yet the sign above it always swung in the wind, even when there wasn't any. Elias Guerin, watchmaker, EST 1891. Dust clung to the windows. The clocks inside, dozens of them, were still. Or at least, that's what the villagers said. Because if you got close enough, if you leaned in, you'd hear it. Tick, tick, tick. Now, jump to October 27th, 2023. A man named Julian Hart arrived in Valebrook. Not a tourist, not a historian, just a man carrying a camera and something heavier than that. Grief. His wife, Mira, had vanished a year ago. No crash, no goodbye. She just disappeared. And a week ago, Julian received a postcard in her handwriting. No return address, just one sentence. Find me where time stands still. The postmark? Valebrook. So Julian came looking. He asked questions, took photos. Nobody recognized Mira. Everyone was polite but quiet. Until one evening, a child ran past him in the street, whispered something without stopping. She went inside. He let her in. That's when he found the clock shop. It didn't look abandoned anymore. The window was clean, and the ticking, louder than ever. He pushed open the door. No bell, just silence, except for the sound of hundreds of clocks ticking in perfect sync, except for one. At the back of the room stood a silver clock, cracked glass, frozen hands, and beside it sat a man with silver goggles, hunched over a table, fixing something invisible. Julian stepped forward. "I'm looking for someone," he said. The man didn't look up, just said, "Everyone comes here." Eventually, Julian spoke her name, Mira Hart. She disappeared. That's when the man looked up. And those eyes? They were wrong. Not old, not tired, but too bright, too deep, like they had seen things you're not supposed to see. "She came," the old man said. "She made a trade." "A trade?" Julian asked. "She wanted one more hour before she left. So I gave her a clock, one that only ticked backward." Julian didn't believe it, but something in the way that man stood, the way the ticking around him started to fade. It pulled at him. Without another word, the clockmaker twisted the silver clock's face, and a hidden door slid open. Julian stepped inside, down a spiral staircase, into the dark, and there, beneath the shop, was a hallway lined with mirrors. And in the very center stood Mira, her hand on the glass, tears in her eyes. "Julian," she whispered, "you came too late. I traded my time for one memory," she said. "The moment before I left you. I just wanted 1 hour, but it's fading." He ran toward her, begged her to come back, but she looked at him with that same soft smile, the one he hadn't seen in a year. "There's only one way," she said. "You have to take my place. The clock needs a keeper." Behind him, the ticking returned. Tick, tick, tick. But this time, it was ticking backward. Julian turned. The staircase was gone, and in his hand was the silver clock, frozen no longer. He looked up, and Mira smiled at him for the last time, then walked away into the light. They say the shop still stands. Dusty windows, still clocks, except for one, still ticking, backward. And if you ever walk by and hear that ticking sound, don't go in, because the clock has a new keeper now, and he's still searching, still waiting, for the 1 hour that never comes back.